Chris Candido. No gimmicks needed.
FMW, was that Chris's first trip to Japan? Just experiences
Yes.
in like deathmatch wrestling, which is just going to be so foreign to what he was used to, obviously.
Yeah, it was. And I remember he liked it. He came back and with like this whole new like reverence for Japan after he went there. He wrote in like marker, he put FMW in his door jamb in his bedroom. And before the shows, they wanted him to have face paint on, and they called him the Blonde Bomber, and there was a Blonde Bomba when he came to the ring. But like one day he'd have like a freaking like a star across his face. Like all the boys got to do up his makeup. But as far as the death match thing goes, he was in a death match. I believe it was like him, Sabu, Onita, and the Sheik were all in a barbed wire fire match. And I don't know if he was in the match or tell me about the match, but either way, they used like toilet paper to wrap the barbed wire with and light it on fire. And the guys were in there wrestling, and the bits of toilet paper fell into the ring and caused like this giant inferno. And the younger guys were able to just like jump over it and get out of there. But the Sheik was older and I had to like scoot out and like got burned up pretty bad. But yeah, my brother came back with so many stories from Japan about how over the Sheik was, like how they thought he was really like this bad, crazy person. Like the Sheik could stop traffic. He could just like, walk into the middle of the road and be like, people would be running around away from him. So yeah, that was his first trip to Japan, was it was around the Smoky Mountain time. But he loved it, man.
92? I think I've got 92 for FMW.
Yeah, so he was 20, yeah.
Yeah. Did he ever tell you any stories about Onita and just like how crazy loved he was?
Yeah, he did. He told me so many. There's so many. I've forgotten more than I can remember. I remember him telling me about Onita, and I think he was there when Onita fought a boxer. I think it was it one of the Spinks brothers, Leon Spinks. So anyway, it was Onita versus Leon Spinks, who's a legit boxer. Was a world heavyweight boxing champion. And the boxer just boom, 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 boom was just lighting Onita up. And Onita, for the finish, just like no-sold and freaking, ended up beating the boxer. But to sit there and get hit, boom, just taking shots from a boxer, just eating them, boom, 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 boom. And so that was the one story. It's like, dude, this guy, he was getting freaking wailed on and he just kept coming for more, So, and yeah, just the whole, like my brother, I remember him telling me, he's like, dude, Onita would like wrap himself in barbed wire and then just like throw himself at a dude. Like he just had no regard for his own personal well-being. He just went after it, So, much respect, man. I mean, that was his thing. So what are you going to do?
I love the story that somehow, I don't know what part of like Japanese politics he got, he went into politics, got elected to some position of note, and then he got thrown out he was disbarred or whatever the political version of that is, because he tried to organise a threesome on government property. And I was just like, God, Onita, you're the man.
I know, right? Letting one of the boys into politics probably isn't the best idea. Well, Kane seems to be doing pretty good.
Yeah, Inoki,
oh, duh, yeah. Inoki.
I'm trying to think. There was another one, Hiroshi Hase. I think it's like light heavyweight Japanese geezer. He was in the... I know he wrestled Owen Hart a lot. That's all I know. I'm not up on my Japanese wrestling, but I know there's a few in Japan at least. They love their wrestling over there.
Yeah, I have a couple of VHS tapes that Cook brought home, and we'd watch them, and they were nuts, man. There was one like it was a freaking piranha tank match. They had a tank full of piranhas, and the gimmick was to throw the guy off the scaffold into the thing of piranhas. I want to say Onita was probably involved in that one too, But again, these are I was very young with these memories. I was like, if it was 92, that means Chris was 20 and I was 10. But I like I said, I remember watching all the tapes, all the crazy stuff, him telling me all the crazy stories. So yeah, man, it was a good time for him over there.
Yeah, did he? I'm presuming probably more in All Japan and New Japan when he worked there. But in FMW, did they pay well enough to justify going over there for the tours, or was it just for the experience?
No, I think they paid. I think they paid well enough. I remember him saying, I think that was like one of his first bigger paydays was going over there, because wrestling was so huge. There were those FMW events were, were really drawn. And I think he, like I said, when he came back from Japan that first time, he had like a total. He would answer the phone going mushy mushy, like he like loved the whole Japanese culture and like the way the fans were there, and how he'd reverse a hold and just hear like from the fans, like he just like loved everything about it.